Today, we are going to apply all the different laws, law of sine, law of cosines, but to application problems. So pause the video here and try number 1 on page 23. Okay, so let's draw this. John and Tate are standing 10 miles apart. So I'll say here's John, here's Tate, this is 10 miles. The coastline is straight. There we go, I drew a straight line between them. They can see the same ship out here in the water. The angle between the coastline and the ship and John is 35 degrees. So at John to the ship is 35 degrees. The angle between the coastline, the ship, and Tate, coastline, the ship, and Tate is 45 degrees. How far is the ship from John? All right, so I have an angle side pair, 45 and x. I need angle at the ship because that's across from the 10. I can add these and subtract from 180 and get that this missing angle is 100 degrees. So now we can use law of sines. To find x. Let's cross multiply. Divide by sine 100. We get x is 7 miles. Okay, pause the video again and try number 2. Shane, Nick, and Eric are camping in their tents. So I got Shane, Nick, and Eric. The distance between Shane and Nick is 153 feet. The distance between Shane and Eric is 301 feet. And the distance between Nick and Eric is 175 feet. What is the angle of Eric to Shane to Nick? So when you're given an angle as 3 letters, you start at the first letter, the vertex is the middle letter, and you end at the last letter. So E to S to N means I'm finding this angle here. When you're given side, 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 that's law of cosines. So I've got 175 squared equals the other side squared minus 2 times the sides cosine. Oh, Shane with an S is, all right, make sure your S is clearly an S and not a 5. This is all multiplication. You cannot separate any of those. So instead, I'm going to subtract the other parts of the sum to the left side. I am going to multiply the coefficient on the cosine together. All right, so this is negative 83,385, negative 92.6 cosine S. We're going to divide both sides by the 92,000. They're both negative, so 2 negatives divide, make a positive. Now we're going to cosine inverse the whole answer. And angle S equals 25.13 degrees. Okay, one more time, pause the video, try number 3. All right, there are 3 boats at sea. Jenny 1, Jenny 2, Jenny 3. The crew of Jenny 1 can see Jenny 2 and Jenny 3. the angle between the line of sight to Jenny 2 and the line of sight to Jenny 3, so that this is J1 looking at 2 and 3, is 45 degrees. The distance between 1 and 2 is 2 miles. The distance between 1 and 3 is 4 miles. What is the distance here? Okay, well, very nicely, we have side angle side, which means this is a law of cosines. And it's a law of cosines where the variable is isolated on the left-hand side. So now, after I set that up, it's a pure calculator problem because all my numbers are on one side of the equal side. Okay, that is x squared. So I'm going to square root the whole answer and get 3 miles, or 2.95 miles. All right, so we're getting a lot closer to our unit test. So your practice today is page 24, as noted on the calendar. There is no note card on this test, but you will be given the formula sheet that is on the back of your unit calendar. When you are done with this page, check your answers with the class notes posted in Drive.